What's going on, guys? So I'm gonna be discussing a little bit on Becca because I've already got one comment saying that they wanted to know my preference on how I play Becca, and you know I don't mind doing that. See how it goes. So I found that there's two ways to play Becca, right? There's the LE5 route, which I'll discuss right now. Basically, the LE5 route, and credit goes to RE Mimesis for this, because he finds that going dead shot, even if it increases your base cooldown by like, what was it, 30 seconds more, you rarely use Fever Skill. You probably only use it for cores. That's about it. So with the LE5 buff, I find it that I rarely use Fever Skills for Becca, actually. So now, I guess now I start running Deadshot just like him. And you do a lot more crit, especially with LE5, where you just spray or unload on the cores easily. The second one is, this one is more of your preference. So for Swift, if you're gonna be mobile with Becca, you would go Swift. Pretty much you move, you use sentry stance, move, you get back up immediately, move, you go back down, sentry stance, and you just keep on like shooting whatever. Escalation is still good too if you're gonna set up early and you're gonna have your stack slowly increase. It takes 20 seconds, I believe. But I mean, by the time you get like 15 seconds, you're already doing extra damage that you don't need. But it's still really good if you're gonna hold spots. Like say for instance, if you're in a long hallway, right, and someone is doing downtown, long hallway, someone is doing the terminal in that small room where the supply zombie always spawns, and you're playing as Becca, and you just sentry stands right outside the hallway, but like in a way where you're kind of far from the like them spawning on you. You can actually destroy every single zombie with escalation easily. Or if you're gonna snipe cores from far away, and I mean Swift does it too, but you know, it all depends. It's all your preference. I mean, I either way it goes. If you're a person that's gonna be mobile with Becca, go Swift. If you're a person that you know you're gonna be stationed at an area, or if you know where to station yourself so that you can protect your team or snipe cores, then go escalation. This one is also. This is also, I think, your preference too, because, okay, focus aim, I feel like it's more for your Lightning Hawk if you're gonna run Lightning Hawk on her, because you're gonna be focus aiming and making sure that every shot is critting. But Mind's Eye is actually way better because the LE5 got buff, so it increases chance of critical hit when the reticle is not yet focused. So definitely want to run that, especially on the LE5. I find it that this is way better than using a minigun, than using the ATM. Like, just running LE5 on Becca is way better than those two special weapons, even any other special weapons, to be for that matter. I mean, obviously ATM can clear waves, minigun can also clear waves, but I would suggest just giving the minigun to someone else, and maybe hold on to the ATM if you really want to clear with your fever skill. But it's almost rarely, never preferred to use fever. Oh, like, it's still good, don't get me wrong. ATM, fever skill, still decent, but I almost just feel like just shooting one ATM and then on like a creature wave, and then just wailing them all with the LE5, because I find that I always have extra ammo sometimes. I mean, not all the time when I'm with randoms, but with a pre-made team, yeah. And then this one. So this one is a little bit skill, I guess. You can go with creatures, or you can go with precision. Basically, if you kill a creature, they drop a small amount of ammo. But if you headshot an enemy, it will drop a moderate amount of ammo. So if you're gonna run precision, make sure you land those headshots. if you're gonna run creatures, just kill them. It doesn't matter. I mean, personally, I want to get better with landing my headshots, so that's why I'm running precision. But if you feel like you're not good at landing headshots, run creatures. It doesn't matter. It's your Becca. You do whatever you want. So, now we're gonna go to the equipment. Basically, I did this since the very first update when they increased the equipment cap. I immediately, day one, just put an FMJ round 3. I find it is way more effective. FMJ, long barrel 2, hollow point rounds 3, and hollow point rounds 2. Basically, it's the same Becca I've been running since the update, the 2 updates ago, or 3, whichever is when they increased the equip cap. It's probably the most effective Becca build right now. There's no other equip I would rather run. I've even tested it out, and I wanted to do a video that same day on it, but then I'm just like, I wasn't really feeling it, and when I was trying to do it, I had it done. I even one-shotted cores, and with ATM, with yellow herbs, and that's another thing. You want to make sure you always have yellow herbs. Always get yellow herbs. Make sure you have some green herbs. Make sure you're fully stacked on ammo. Make sure that when you on every area that you just go around trying to find everything that you can. If for instance they give, for an example, if they give you an ATM early, and I don't recommend they just give you an ATM like in area 1. I recommend they give it to you in area 2, because let's say for instance a Yorick becomes a problem. You know, you don't have Val, you don't have a flash grenade, then you have an ATM that can do the damage for you, and you can just kill Yorick immediately. Because I've seen Yorick plays, everybody got downed by Yorick because nobody had a flash. He was just so mobile and it was so hard to shoot him, and he just downed everybody, and it sucked. I know, happened to me because we didn't have a flash. I couldn't even get a flash because obviously the armory case is random RNG, because RNGesus. But yeah, you just want to make sure area 2, if a Jan has ATM available, just get it for you. Just, you know, hopefully she'll give it to you in area 2. Or if a supply zombie drops, make sure you always go for the supply zombies. It's not always the case where the supply zombie is going to be near you, so don't try to risk it. Like if you don't know where the supply zombie is, or if it's far away and you're already ready to leave the area, just leave the area. Because you don't want to be in a point where you risk it. I've had a point like 2-3 days ago where I risked it, and I got downed in area 1, and he closed the door, and it was a Daniel, and he control zombie me and everything, and I was like, oh god. Thankfully we won that match. I mean, I did done goofed, but it shows you that never go alone when it comes to Daniel or anything like that, because he will destroy you, and he knows when a Becca is hungry for those supply zombies. So always keep in mind that a mastermind will always know, or try to keep in mind that the mastermind will always capitalize on you trying to go for the supply zombie. Also, last thing, and I hated this so much, I've seen high level Beccas and I'm just like, what are you doing? They go melee Becca. Not the best idea ever, especially since she has low health. I mean, if you really want to go back melee, just go Samuel or even Tyrone. I just recommend going Samuel or Tyrone. Don't go melee Becca unless you're trying to do the dailies, which is fine then. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of my Becca, or what I recommend. Like, there's the Lightning Hawk Becca, but pretty much it's just going focus aim, creatures. What else? I mean, you might want to be able to go precision if you can land those headshots with the Lightning Hawk. And then escalation and swift is still your preference. I would recommend going escalations because you do take a little time trying to focus the reticle every single time you shoot. So, you know, as you wait, you want to have the buff slowly stack up. So I do recommend, oh my god, I don't know why my mouse is doing this. So you really want to, you know, maybe decide on going escalation. And then for fever skill, I would just recommend going Deadshot, because Deadshot is way better now. Like it's like rapid cooldown is not really that much preferred because it's just cooldown, whereas this increases your crit hit rate when active, and you only use your fever skill for actually not that much anymore. But yeah, it's my Becca.